Hi and welcome to PostgreSQL. Today we will be installing PostgreSQL using the yum installation method. So for that I have a virtual machine on Azure platform and I have installed the Cent operating system, CentOS Linux on it. So we will be seeing how to install PostgreSQL using the yum command method. Okay, so first of all we will go to the this website postgresql.org/download. So in this download section, you have to select your operating system. So I will select Linux. Okay, after Linux selection, select your distribution. We are using CentOS. So CentOS I select. We are doing this because we have to add the we have to add the PostgreSQL yum repository. So we will be adding the repository for our PostgreSQL version. Okay, so we have different versions. You can select any. I for right now I'm choosing version 11, Postgres 11. Next, you have to select your platform and the version number. So this can be a little bit confusing if you don't know. So how to check your operating system version? So for that, what you can do is type, go to your virtual machine or your Linux operating system and run this command cat etc os release os release. Okay, so as you can see, I have sent operating system Linux. This is my operating system name and my CentOS version is version 7. So right now I know my uh, Linux CentOS version. So I can select here. So CentOS version 7. Next I have to select the architecture here. So what architecture to choose. So again you can run a command to see what architecture your machine has. So for that you can use this command uname and m. M stands for machine. So it will tell you the machine architecture that you are having. So I am having x86 x86 64. So I will this is selected. Okay. Now this is the corresponding information or the command for me that they have given me. So I have to install the repository RPM. So first I will be installing this repository. So I will control copy. I will be installing from the root user. So first I will switch to root. Sudo su dash. Okay, I have to enter my password. Okay, now we are the root user. Okay, so now I will paste that command RPM command. Okay, so it has started. I am already in the root, so you do not have to use the sudo here. It is your choice because we are already in root it will not matter. Okay, so the installation is complete. We have added the repository successfully. Now we will be installing Postgres as PostgreSQL. So again you have to here yum install and this. I am already in the root, so I do not have to enter this. So I will be typing yum install PostgreSQL 11 server. This Y is for yes. So it will prompt us to install it yes or no. So you can either type yes here or initially or you can do it after when it prompts. So for right now I will not typing here dash y. I will not use this. Okay, so it will prompt us to say yes or no. So I will be doing that way. So press enter. Okay, so now it has prompted us to yes or no. If I would have used this y, then it would directly loaded it as yes. So I will enter y. Yes. Again yes. 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 Okay, so it is on installing the various components and packages. Okay, so the process is complete and we have successfully installed the Postgres 11 version. Okay, now the process is complete. This part it is for starting the database, for setting up the database and initializing it. We will do this part manually, so that you can see what is happening actually at the back end. So this part we will do it manually. Okay, so the Postgres 11 version is successfully installed. Now let us do the next steps. Okay, so what happens is I will show you one thing. If you will go to cat etc password file, whenever you install the Postgres software, then it will automatically create a user called Postgres. See here. So it has automatically created a user for us, that is Postgres. This is by default. Okay, now we have this user, we have our Postgres software installed, and we have our Postgres user. Now we will be setting the home path. So see, right now the home path is set to this varlib pg SQL. So what we will do is we will do it manually. So we will create our own custom folder, our own custom directory, and we will assign it as the home path. So I will go here ls. So first I will see these are the in the root directory, right? So I will create a directory, make directory server one. So I will be creating a directory server one, and in this directory I will be uh, giving the home path of the Postgres user. Press enter and ls. I will go to here cd. Sorry. I have to go to that place first. So first I will go to the that place ls. Now I will create mkdir server one. Okay, now if we'll check it, we have created a directory server one. Okay, and if you will check the configuration, its configurations and properties, what you will see is this grep server one. Okay, so right now root is the owner of this directory, so we will change that thing. We will make the Postgres user as the owner. So I will write here chown Postgres Postgres, give the directory name, that is server one, and do recursive. Okay, if I'll check again, now you can see Postgres is the owner of this directory. Okay, great. Okay, now we have the our directory. Now I will set it as the home path for the Postgres user. So I will open the password file, and now come to the Postgres user and change this home directory path. Go to insert mode, remove this, and this is our home path now, new home path. Right and quit. Okay, so our home path is set. Next, now we will set the environment variable. Environment variable. Okay, I had to use the hashtag. Okay, so for this I will be copying the bash profile from root user. So dot bash profile, okay, profile, and I will be copying it to the our home path, that is server 1. Okay, press enter, and now we will edit this file. So vi server 1 and dot bash profile. Okay, in this we will set our the path. So type export path equals, we will here put the bin location. So it is in user pgsql 11 and bin, and colon, then path. Okay, write and quit. Okay, so we have this also set up. Now we just added our bin the bin path. So let us check the who is the owner of that bin directory. So lsl user pgsql 11 and bin. Okay, so for the bin directory, root is the owner. So we will change that also and make the Postgres as the owner. So we will do ch own Postgres, and our the directory path server 1. Sorry, it's not server 1, it is user pgsql 11 and the bin directory. Okay, and we will make it recursive. Okay, if we check now Postgres is the owner of this directory path. Okay, so now everything is done. Now we will be everything is done. Now we will log in as the Postgres user. Log in as Postgres user. Hashtag. Okay, now we will be logging in as Postgres user. So I will type su Postgres. If you are not in the if you are not in the root user, then you have to use sudo. I am currently in the root, so I will not use sudo. Su Postgres. Okay, now I am logged in as the Postgres user. Now you can check the psql command is used to start the Postgres terminal. So you can check the version, psql version, and it says PostgreSQL 11.3. So our Postgres version is 11.3. So everything is done completely and it is all a success. Now if you will try to uh, start this psql, then it will not run. Why? Because we have not set up any cluster right now. We have no cluster instance right now, cluster database instance right now. So we need to create a cluster instance, and it will have a port number, and then we can connect to that port number using the psql command. But until now everything is complete. uh, Postgres is installed and you can see the psql is also working. Now we will be creating cluster instances, so that we can start using the database. Creating clusters. Okay, so right now my location is server1 directory. So here I will create a directory, and I will create a cluster name prod. Prod means production. So this is my production cluster or server. So I will just make this directory. Okay. So I have this prod directory now. And now in this directory, I will be initializing my database, or I will be here will be my data directory of my this cluster of my this production cluster. So for initializing database in this directory, creating a cluster in this directory, we have a command called initdb. This is a utility PGSQL Postgres utility, which will initialize the database. Init db hyphen d is for directory path, which is current directory, and in prod. Press enter, and it has started creating the cluster. The DB has started initialization. Okay, it is done. Now, if you will see the contents of this directory, you will see these things. So, prod C. Earlier it was empty. Now the cluster has been created and it has all this content. Now we will start this cluster. Now we will start the database from this cluster using this pgctl utility. Pgctl directory path. We are in the current directory prod and enter start. This will start the database of this production server, of this production cluster. Start, and the server has started. Okay, and you can see the server has started on the port number P5432. So we can enter psql and enter the port number 5432. So psql will connect to the port number 5432 where this cluster is residing. So it will connect, psql will connect to this server. Okay, so now we are connected to the psql, and now we can start using this cluster or the database. Okay, so if you will see list of database, these are the pre pre-installed or the pre-created database: Postgres, template 0, and template 1. So this is we have successfully installed all of these things, and you can also see the data directory. Show data directory. Data directory is the place where our the cluster data is residing. So our cluster data, we created our cluster in the server directory and then in the prod directory. So the data directory should be server1 slash prod. Okay, so this is the our directory. Okay, so this is the data directory. It is showing dot prod because when I started the cluster, I entered it like this. So it is a good practice to write the full path when you are starting the cluster. So first I will stop this cluster. To stop the cluster, write the same command and do stop. Okay, now I will again start with the full directory path. It is a good practice to type the full directory path because you can see the full proper name here then. So I will root server 1. This is the full directory path, and I will start the server again. Start. The server has started. I will connect to the port number P5432, and now I will check the data directory. Okay. Okay, so this is the data directory server 1 prod. So we have completed everything. We installed the Postgres SQL version, right? So we installed Postgres SQL version 11, and we set up the home path and the environment variables, and then we created a cluster on port number 5432, and then we connected the psql on that port number where the cluster is residing. Okay, this is it. Thank you.